Hello, good evening, everybody. It's another wonderful day to be grateful to God for giving us life and an opportunity to be here today. So, as you all know, this is the D Day. I think there should be drum rolls to introduce the first ever Preservers Challenge that is happening this summer. So, this is organized by the Miracle of Men, an organization that is keen about developing young leaders, leadership development and consultation. So we decided to partner with one of us who had an idea to reach out to younger ones through Bible quiz. So this is the first edition of it, and we believe that subsequently we would, a friend of mine will always say, we can only get better. So we can only get better. Without further ado, we're going to start with our first participant, which is going to, okay, before he comes up, I think we'll just give a rundown of how it's going to be. All preserver, listen up. You have 10 questions for every preserver, and then for each question, you have 30 seconds. I have like a manual watch here to check my time to give you 30 seconds. So have it in mind that each question is 30 seconds, and then after your 30 second elapses or you give your answer, the correct answer will then be displayed on the screen for you to see. So I think the first participant should come up now, and then my slide should be put to. Preserver Nat, if you can hear me, I think you should put up the first participant and my slide too. Can the first preserver come up? Your question is already up waiting for you. Okay. I think preserver Kelvin Oyedikachi. It's nice to meet you again, Kelvin.
Yes.
How are you doing?
It's fine. Everything is fine.
Very well, thank God. So I hope you're ready to participate. I hope you're sorry, you're ready to preserve.
Yes.
So we are going to start immediately, and 30 seconds. You understand, right? Judges,
Yeah.
I hope you're there. So let us go. The first question is, Abimelech was king of Dash. I don't know if you can see the question. Can you see the question?
Yes.
Okay, so Abimelech was king of Dash. A, Salem. B, Negeb. C, Gera. D, Kadesh. 30 seconds.
Salem.
Salem. Salem. Let us check if you are correct. Oh, wow. Abimelech was king of Gera. I think that should be in Genesis chapter 12. It should be 12 verse 2 or 13 verse 2. So I think you have 30 seconds. You do not have to rush into the answer. Just take your time, but count take note of your time too. So let's try the second question, okay? I believe you get the next one. It's very simple. One of these was not what Jesus grew in. One of these was not what Jesus grew in. A, wisdom. B, stature. C, cunning. D, favor. Which
C,
of these
cunning.
was not what Jesus grew in? Cunning. All right. Let us check if you got the. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. You got that. Congratulations, you've scored your 10 points. And then let's go to the next question. In what year of the reign of Tiberius Caesar did the word of God come to John? In what year of the reign of Tiberius Caesar did the word of God come to John? Fifth year, 15th year, and 4th year. I think the first one is 50th year, 5th year, and 4th year.
4th year.
4th year. Let us check if 5th year. I think this question there needs to be there's a mistake here. I don't know if you can see it. Fifth.
Yes, there are two
All
fifth
right.
year.
All right. I think this question will be cancelled, and I'll ask you a separate question to know, like, to make up for this one. Judges, please take notes. This question has been cancelled. Sorry about that, Kelvin. So let's go to the next one. What prophet gave the prophecy of the voice of one crying in the desert? The voice of one crying in the desert. What prophet gave the prophecy? Is it Prophet Annas, Prophet Jeremiah, Prophet Samuel, or Prophet Isaiah?
Isaiah.
Isaiah. You remember that you have just one option and 30 seconds. You do not have to rush it. Just take your time, and I believe that you do well. So let's see if Calvin got it right this time. Isaiah. Wow, that's nice. That is very nice. Congratulations. Next question. This time I will praise the Lord. Whose birth brought this statement? Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah. When they were naming the children of Israel after their birth, one of them was given a name because of this statement. This time I will praise the Lord. So whose birth brought about this statement? Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah.
Reuben.
Reuben. All right, let's check if Reuben's birth brought about the praise of God. Oh, it was the birth of Judah that brought about this statement. So, as I always say, be calm and take your time, you'll get it right, okay? So let us look at the next question, which is, the woman that Jesus healed on the Sabbath was bent over for how long? The woman Jesus healed on the Sabbath was bent over for how long? 6 years, 10 years, 12 years, and 18 years. 30 seconds. The woman that Jesus healed on the Sabbath was bent over for how long?
6 years.
6 years. Okay. So let us check if she was bent over for 6 years, and unfortunately she was bent over for 18 years. That was the statement where Jesus healed the woman and said, ought not this woman which has been bound by the devil, me paraphrasing now, for these years, receive her healing, being a child of Abraham, after the Pharisees tried to put him down for healing her. So next question. How old was Sarah? How old was Abraham when Sarah died? How old was Abraham when Sarah died? 127, 123, 137, and 133.
127.
123, 127, 37, and 1. 33,
127.
127, and then 137. Abraham was 10 years older than Sarah. So she died at 127. Abraham was 137 when she died. So let's go to the next question and see how many children did Leah have in total? How many children did Leah have in total? The first wife of Jacob, how many children did she have in total? 5, 6, 7, and 4. 30 seconds. 5, 6, 7, and 4.
4.
4. Okay. Well, I've gotten your answer, but however, let me ask, why do you say 4? Let me ask, why do you say 4?
I don't know. I just guessed.
You just guessed. Oh, wow. That is, let's see if your guess is a lucky one. And unfortunately, yeah, she had 7 children. She was the one that bore the most children for Jacob. All right, so let's move on to the 9th question, your second but last question, which is, who was the high priest that questioned Jesus about his disciples and his teachings before his crucifixion? A high priest questioned Jesus about his disciple and his teaching before his crucifixion. Who was that? Annas, Caiaphas, Herod, or Pilate? 30 seconds.
Pilate.
Pilate. All right, let us look. I think another thing you should also take note of is the question. Pilate was not a high priest. Pilate was a governor, a ruler, a Roman ruler. It was between Annas and Caiaphas. However, I believe you'll get it the next time. So let's try the last question. What did Jesus refer to in the Sermon on the Mount as the light of the body? What did Jesus refer to in the Sermon on the Mount as the light of the body? A, the soul, B, the eyes, C, the mind, D, the heart. What did Jesus refer to in the Sermon on the Mount? He said, dash is the light of the body. Is it the soul? The mind. Okay, so let us look at if Kelvin got his final question correctly. And the eyes. Bible says that the eyes is the light or the lamp of the body. So Kelvin, thank you very much. You did very great, and it is beautiful having you here. You've tried, and thank you so much. So I think we'll be moving on because of the want of time to the next participants, the next preserver. And preserver Nat, I believe if you're up, you could come up now and then come up with the next preserver.
Okay, yeah, Kelvin, Kelvin has one more question because there was a question we cancelled. So he has one more question to answer. The question which he got that had 2 options. Yes.
Okay. That is true. I'm supposed to give him another question, right? Kelvin, if you are still there, there is a question for you that I'm supposed to give. Are you there, Kelvin?
I'm here.
All right, so let me pull up a question now. I may not be able to read it, but you may not be able to see it, but I will read it out for you carefully. So it is found in the Old Testament, Genesis, and the question is, what is the surname of Noah? What is the surname of Noah? That is, who is Noah's father? A, Japheth, B, Enoch, C. Enos. D. Lamech. What is
Japheth.
the name of Japheth? And unfortunately, that is incorrect. The name of Enoch's father is Lamech. Lamech. So, Preservanath, I hand over to you for the next session.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Kelvin, that was a nice one. I always tell people not to give up on the first round. There's still another round that's going to be coming up tomorrow. So don't give up on what you've done. Go back and study. And I'm a never give up person, so do not give up. From the list that was sent, the first participant was supposed to be Geoffrey Ijoma Blessing, but she was disqualified because of some reasons. And then the second participant was going to be Isolhe Kelvin, and Kelvin just participated now. And we're going to go to the third person. The third person is supposed to be Blessing also, another Blessing, but she's not here. So we'll be going to Alifa Grace Iko. She's also not here. Is Samuel here? Okay, Samuel, can you hear me? I'm going to be adding you on stage now. Then your question also. Samuel, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Give me a minute. I think my phone is hanging.
Okay, your time starts now. We are waiting for you. So, okay. Are you back now? Okay, I think someone is having issues with his network. The next person is supposed to be Wisdom. But Wisdom is also not here. Preserver David, I think I'll go with the persons that are online. I have Divine here, and I also have Favor. Divine, can you hear me? Divine, can you hear me? Okay, Favor, how about you? Can you hear me? Okay, somewhere. Okay. Okay, somewhere is back. Somewhere is back online. So I have my time with me here. I have my stopwatch with me here. So I'm going to be working with it. Like the rules are, you have 30 seconds for each question. I hope you're ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Your first question comes up now. The first question: where was Simon and Andrew fishing when Jesus called them? Where was Simon and Andrew fishing when Jesus called them?
Sea of Galilee.
The Sea of Galilee. Which option is that?
Option D.
Option D, Sea of Galilee. Okay. Okay. Wow, you're correct. Simon and Andrew were fishing in the Sea of Galilee when Jesus called them. So your next question will be coming up now, which is the second
Okay.
question. Yes, and it is, what was the name of the demons inside the madman of Gadara? What was the name of the demons inside the madman of Gadara? A. Legion, B. Legend, C. Beelzebub, D. Abaddon.
A. Legion.
A. Legion. Let's see if you are correct. Okay. Wow. You are correct. You are correct. The name of the demons that was inside the madman of Gadara was Legion, and the reference is Luke 8, verse 39.
Okay.
Next question now. It's what is the blessing of hungry? A. Satisfaction. B. Possession. C. Complete. And D. Identity.
The blessing of the hungry. Satisfaction, possession, completion. I'll choose satisfaction. Option A.
Okay, satisfaction. Wow, you were lucky. Your time just went off now.
Okay.
So let's see if you are correct. You are correct. What is
Wow.
the blessing of the hungry? So you are correct. The answer is satisfaction. So we'll go to the fourth one now. What
Okay.
was the former name of Bethel? What was the former name of Bethel? Bethpage, B. Beth, C. Beersheba, then D. Luz. Luz.
Okay. I'll choose option A.
Option A, Bethpage. Option A, Bethpage. Let's confirm if you are correct or wrong. Wow. Samuel,
Yes.
surprisingly, you are wrong. The answer is Luz. Luz. And the reference is Genesis 29, verse 19. So you're moving over to your fifth question now. You're moving over to your fifth question. And it's Jacob was how old when he died? Jacob was how old when he died? A 150, B 175, C 1 A 180, sorry, B 175, C 150, D 165.
Jacob was old when he died.
Yep, your time is up.
Oh,
Your time is up. You exhausted your 30 seconds without giving us an answer. As you can hear from my end, you can hear a beeping sound. That is my stopwatch. Okay.
yes.
Okay. So we're going over to your next question. Jacob was 180 years old when he died. Jacob was 180 years old when he died. So your next
Then
question is this. Who was Rebecca's father? A. Bethuel, B. Nahor, C. Aram, and D. Chest.
who was Rebecca's father? I will go for option B. Nahor.
Option B. You chose Nahor as Rebecca's father. Let's confirm if you are right or wrong. Okay, sorry, you are wrong. Rebecca's father was Bethuel, and the reference is Genesis 22, verse 22. And the reference is Genesis 22, verse 22. So moving over to your next question. Benjamin was referred to as what? A ravenous wolf, B, mountain deer, C, a
Hello?
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I would go for option
Time is
C.
up.
Oh, sorry.
Your time is up. Please take note of your time. You can also as well time yourself there in case you want to
Okay,
confirm
okay.
if I'm right or wrong. But your time was up before you gave a response. Okay. So let's look at the answer. Benjamin was referred to as who? He was referred to as a ravenous wolf. He was
Okay.
referred to as a ravenous
Wolf.
Yeah. So your next question is going to be popping up now. The next question: what is the blessing of being a peacemaker? What is the blessing of being a peacemaker? A, possessing kingdom. B, called son. C, seeing God. D, inheriting the head.
They shall see God. See. Sorry, the peacemaker.
C. What is the blessing of being a peacemaker? You chose C as your answer, and your answer is
Incorrect.
incorrect. And the reference is Matthew 5, verse 9. Moving on to your next question now. In the Gospel of John, Jesus raised a man named Lazarus from the dead. How many days had Lazarus been dead before Jesus arrived? A, 2 days. B, 4 days. C, 6 days. D, 8 days.
I will go for option B. 4
Option
days.
B, 4
Yes.
days. Your answer is correct. Your answer is correct. Lazarus was 4 days dead before Jesus arrived. The reference is John 11, verse 39. So we go over to your next question. And the time starts now. In concluding his Sermon on the Mount, this is your last question. What did Jesus like in building your house on the rock? A, hearing the word. B, doing the word. C, hearing and doing the word. D, right concepts with the word.
Building house on the rock. I will go for option C. Hearing and doing the word.
Hearing and doing the word. And
Yeah.
your answer is correct. Your answer is correct. So you've exhausted all your questions, and you are correct on this one. In concluding his sermon on the mount, what Jesus liked in building your house on the rock was hearing and doing the word.
The word.
Thank you so much, Samuel. Like I
You're
said to
welcome.
God, do not give up. There is still another round where anyone can come out victorious. Okay, I'll
Okay.
hand over to Preserver Dave now to take the next participant. I'll be bringing you up on slide to take the
Okay.
next point.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All
Okay, so
right.
you can go on now, sir.
Good evening. So, this is beautiful. It's getting interesting, like very interesting. And thank you, Preserver Nat, for that. I'm very grateful. So, I think that we should, from here on now, every other participant, just take note of your time. It's 30 seconds. And your 30 seconds starts as soon as the question is read, like as soon as the person reading the question starts. So that is it. And what else? Or something I'm forgetting. Okay. Just maybe if I remember, I would let us know. Preserver Nat, can you please put up the next participant for me? And then if you can see my slides, and see my slides and put it up too. Can you, yes, can you put up the next participant? Okay, Favor Ogechi. Preserver Favor Ogechi, it's nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, sir.
That's beautiful. I want to ask a question. You don't necessarily need to answer, but It's not, there's no 10 points added to if you get it right. So just take for instance that you win this challenge. What are you going to use the prize money for? Buy a car,
Sir?
or are you going to use it to buy a car or to buy a house? Don't mind me, don't necessarily need to answer. And if you don't want to, but if you want to, that's still fine though.
Okay, I will save
You will save it. Wow, that's beautiful. And it's very noble of you saving it. I hope you don't just save it, you can also invest it, like somewhere that will give you a return after a particular period of time. There are many softwares you can use, many mobile banks you can use, but it's still fine. Let us go to the business of today. You have 10 questions and 30 seconds for each question. My own time, I'm not like Preserver Nat, he's a sophisticated young man. The thing will beep if you show. My own, I don't have any beep here with me, but I'm seeing the time, obviously. So,
it. Yes, sir.
something else we should all note, all preservers, some of the questions may not, if you look up to, for instance, if you look up to a question up there, sorry, there's where it states question one, question two. At some point, it may not tally. You may see question one and then question seven, but um, it is still your question two. Why it is like that is because we had to reshuffle the question so that one participant will not have more of Genesis and then less of gospel. So I hope that is understood.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
So 30 seconds, and your first question is this. How old was Isaac when he married Rebecca? How old was Isaac when he married Rebecca? 30 seconds. Was it
40.
30 years, 35, 40, and 45?
C.
C, 40 and 45. Excuse me. So 45, and I believe you should, as I said to Kelvin, calm down. Just calm down and take your time. Listen to the questions very well, read it very well, and then give an answer.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so your second question is this. All these are found in Matthew's gospel, except A, Peter's confession, B, guards at the tomb, C, Jesus in the manger, and then D, Pilate's hand washing. Which of these was not found in the Gospel of Matthew? When Peter confessed that Jesus was Lord, when the guards were placed at the tomb of Jesus, when Jesus was in the manger, and then when Pilate washed his hands. Which of these were not in the book of Matthew? 10 more seconds.
D.
D, Pilate's hand washing. Jesus in the manger. So sorry. Do not give up, as Preserver Nat to say. You will get I believe you still have 8 more questions to answer, and tomorrow's session too. So let's
I can't hear you. So I can't hear you. I can't hear you, sir. Jairus. Option C. Option C. Jesus. So I can't hear you. Okay. The carrot machine. Hold on.
Okay, Favor, can you see me?
I can see you, sir.
Okay, I think Preserver David's network had an issue, so don't be
Okay,
scared,
sir.
don't panic. Okay, don't panic.
Okay, sir.
This question is going to be cancelled. This question is going to be cancelled. Okay, then another question will be
So,
asked.
okay, I'm so sorry for that. I had a network glitch that took off my network. Please forgive me, Favor, and Nat, and every other person watching. Hope that's
Okay,
fine.
Okay, sir.
All right, I will give you another question to make up for this one, but let's go to the next question without wasting time. So, obviously, it is Jarius, but your next question is, how old was Sarah when Isaac was born? How old was Sarah when Isaac was born? 99 years, 100 years, 91 years, 90 years. How old was Sarah when Isaac was born?
D.
D, 90 years. Okay, so I've taken that as your answer. Why do you say 90 years? Don't be like Kelvin. He said he just guessed. Did he just guess?
I didn't guess. It's
Okay, let
90.
us see. Let's see if you got it right. And wow, you got it right. Congratulations.
Thank
So
you.
the next question is, in the parable of the talents, how many talents did the first servant have in total at the end? Take note. In the parable of the talents, how many talents did the first servant have in the end? Total at the end, rather. 10, 5, 20, 11. Total at the end.
D. 11.
D, 11. And congratulations, you got that right.
Thank
So
you.
let us look at the next question quickly. In the parable of the wicked servant, how much or how much talent did the first servant owe his master? How much did the first servant owe his master? 100, 10,000, 1,000, and 100,000. 30 seconds.
10. B.
B,
10,000.
10,000, and then correct. You're doing great, Favor. So how many children did Jacob have in total? How many children did Jacob have in total? 13, 12, 5, and 9. How many
B. 12.
children did Jacob? B, 12. And unfortunately, that is incorrect. You forgot Diana. 12 sons and Diana, 13. But I believe you get it right next time. So how many copper coins make a penny? How many copper coins make a penny?
Hmm?
How many copper coins make a penny? This was a question
Okay.
Jesus when he was about to pay tax, I think. I may be wrong, but 1, 2, 3, or 4. 20 more seconds.
C. 3.
C, 3. And let us see if 3 copper coins make a penny. No, 2 copper coins make a penny. But you're doing great, though. You're doing great. Let's go to the next question, your ninth or your eighth question minus 1 we sent. So, what did God call the firmament? What did God call the firmament? Earth, paradise, heaven, dew. What did God call the firmament? Earth, paradise, heaven, dew.
C, heaven.
C, heaven, and that is very correct. You did great. Your ninth question, which is how many synoptic gospels are there? This question is very tricky. How many synoptic gospels are there? How many synoptic gospels do we have? 30 seconds.
D, 4.
Going, gone. Okay, 4. You choose 4. Let's see if you are correct. There are just 3 synoptic gospels. John is not a synoptic gospel. Synoptic means similar. So Matthew, Mark, Luke, they are saying the same thing, but John is not saying the same thing. So there are 3 synoptic gospels. And so for the question that was cancelled, I will read out another question for you to see how you do, to cover up for that one. And then we'll go to the next participant. So how long did Jesus stay with the Samaritans after he met the woman at the well? How long did Jesus stay with the Samaritans after he met the woman at the well? 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. How long did Jesus stay with the Samaritans after he met with the woman at the well? 1, 2, 3, or 4 days? 30 seconds.
1.
1 day, and that is incorrect. Jesus stayed with the Samaritans 2 days after he met with the Samaritan woman. And you can reference it at, you can see it at John 4 verse 20. John 4 verse 20, that's where it is found in scripture. So you did great, Favor. Like, I liked your vibe. You did not guess. You're like, I know it's this. So thank you very, very, very much. And I hope that you do great. And this money will be useful for you to buy a new car or a new house. All right. So, Preservanat, I don't know if you are here with us or your excitement has made you to. You can come up now with the next
Okay,
person.
I'm still here. I'm still here. Okay, we are going
All
to
right. All right.
the fourth preserver now. So the fourth preserver is going to be Divine. Can you hear me?
I think, are you sure Divine is a preserver? Divine is a judge.
Okay. Okay, now I see it. George Divine.
You want
I'm
to, you
sorry
want the
about
word of God to cut you into two. The
that.
apostle of the word of God.
Okay, so I'll be going to the next preserver, Precious. Precious, can you hear me? Precious, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, we need to be seeing your. Okay, that's okay. So now I can see your face. So, without wasting much of your time, and so you will not be so tensioned. We're going to be going to your first question, and your first question is this: what did God create on the first day? Heaven and earth, man, heaven, earth, and light, day and night.
See, heaven, earth, and light.
Heaven, earth, and light, and your answer is correct. 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 So we're going over to I'm sorry for that. So we're going over to your next question, and it's this. How many years did Jacob serve Laban? A 7 years, B 14, C 20 years, and D 21 years.
B, 14 years.
B, 14 years. And let's see if you are right or wrong. You are wrong. So Jacob served Laban for 20 years, and you can see the reference in Genesis 31, verse 41. Okay, so going over to your next question. Where was Philip from? Beersheba, Bethsaida, Beersheba, Bethsaida. I'm sorry about that. Samaria and Syria.
C, Samaria.
C, Samaria. And let's see if your answer is correct. Philip was from Bethsaida. Philip was from Bethsaida. So going over to your next question. The next question is this. What was the raw material for creating birds? A, earth, B, water, C, air, and D, sky.
A, earth.
What was the raw material for creating birds? You chose A, earth, and your answer is... The answer is B, water. Genesis 1, verse 20. That was a very tricky question. So going over to your next question now. And this is it. Near what mount did Jesus give the instruction to go get his ride for the triumphant entry in Jerusalem? A, Mount Sinai, B, Mount Everest, C, Mount Bethpage, and D, Mount Olives.
Mount
10 seconds.
Olives.
Okay, Mount Olives, and your answer is correct. Mount Olives. So your answer is correct. I think you just guessed that question from the way you just say, Okay, moving over to your next question. And is this. How many shekels of silver was Joseph sold for? A, 30, B, 20, C, 10, and D, 15.
A, 30. 30 shekels.
Are you also guessing, or you've chosen A? Okay, let's see if you are right or wrong. Joseph was sold for 20 shekels of silver, and the reference is Genesis 37, verse 28. Like I said, do not give up. there's still
Okay.
there's still light at the end of the tunnel. So your next question is this. What is the name of the village the two men were going to when Jesus met them? Or is the name of the village the two men were going to when Jesus met them? A, Syria, B, Syrian, C, Amos, D, Jerusalem.
Jerusalem. D.
Jerusalem, D. The answer is wrong. The answer is C. The village that they were both going to was Amos. And the reference is Luke 23, verse 13. So your next question. According to Luke, what did Jesus eat to prove his disciple that he was not a spirit? A, bread, B, fish, C, figs, D, wheat. According to Luke.
D. Wheat.
D, wheat. Wheat. Okay, and you are wrong. According to Luke, what Jesus ate to prove to the disciple that he was not a spirit was a fish. Okay, so your next question is this. According to Luke, What name did Jesus call his disciple moments before he ascended to heaven? A. Witnesses. B. Apostles. C. Disciples. D. Preachers.
A. Witnesses.
A. Witnesses. You had 10 seconds to answer that, and your answer is correct. I can see, can see your eyes. Okay, so we are going over to your last question now, and it's this: where did Jesus ascend to heaven from? A. Bethany. B. Bethpage. C. Bethsaida. D. Bethlehem.
C. Bethsaida.
C. Bethsaida. Okay, you chose the wrong answer, and the answer is Bethany. So, so Jesus ascended from Bethany. Okay,
Okay.
he healed the crippled man in the pool of Bethsaida. Okay, I think that was where the confusion came in from.
Mhm.
So it was nice having you. Don't worry, there's still a round tomorrow, and I trust you are going to prepare because it's going to be tougher than this.
Okay. I'll do my
Okay,
best.
okay. So I will be bringing up Preserver David to take the next participant. Thank you so much. Okay.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. This is beautiful. This is wonderful. This is marvelous. Can you hear me? Okay, so before I go to the next question, before I go to the next participant, I would love to ask a question for the audience, and we would see who gets this correctly, and then there's a prize for getting it correctly. So if you get it correctly, if I ask a question and you know the answer, type it in the comment section, or you send it to this number, which is on WhatsApp, 091 59 216 104, 0915 9216 104. So type it in the comment section, the answer on the comment section, or send it on WhatsApp to us. And then there's a prize for this. There's a good prize for it for those who are viewing. I will also ask another question at the end of this. After I finish with the next participant. I think we should put up the next participant while I'm asking this question. So, Preserver Nat, if you can hear me, I think you should put up the next participant. However, the question is, the pool of Bethzatha was found at what gate of Jerusalem? The pool of Bethzatha was found at what gate in Jerusalem? The first answer we get from the comment section, or the first two answers we get, let me give an open a grace for the second person. The first two answers we get from first two correct answers we get in the comment section or on WhatsApp gets the prize. The pool of Bethzatha was found at what gate of Jerusalem? A. Sheep Gate. B. Pen Gate. C. North Gate. D. King's Gate. So A. Sheep Gate. B. Pen Gate. C. North Gate. D. King's Gate. So yes, that's the question, and whoever gets it correctly, two correct answers in the comment section, and we'll get the prize. So I have here with me a very young and feisty inventor, a very smart guy I've met before, and and Wisdom. I am privileged to meet you and have you here on our show today. So thank you so much for coming, and God bless you. I believe you do well. I know you will do well. So, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you can hear me. I hope you're fine, Wisdom.
Yes.
All right, so you know the drill, right? 30 seconds for each question, 10 questions, and then we would wrap it up. So, as I asked my last participants, I would love to ask you too. You don't need to answer, it's just to catch cruise. What are you going to use the money if you win to do? I heard you're an inventor. Are you going to use it to invent the next flying jet or the next train that doesn't use wheel? Don't mind me. You don't need to answer, but if you want to, it's fine though. So let us go directly to the 10 questions, and we would start. Your time starts now. So according to the book of Matthew, how many generations were there from David rather, down to Jesus? According to the book of Matthew, how many generations were there from David to Jesus? 14, 24, 48, and 28.
48.
48, and that is incorrect. There are 24 generations from David to Jesus. For 2 times of 7 generations. I'll be 2 times of 14 generation. Next question, what is the blessing of being pure in heart according to Matthew 5 verse 7? They will possess the kingdom, they will be comforted, they will see God, and they will inherit the earth. What is the blessing of being pure in heart? Possessing the kingdom, comfort, seeing God, inherit the earth.
Seeing God.
Seeing God, and let us see if seeing God is correct. And that is correct. Congratulations, you have your 10 points. Yes. Your next question is, Esau came to meet Jacob with how many men? When Jacob was coming back, Esau came to see him with how many men? 100 men, 200 men, 300 men, or 400 men? 30 seconds.
400.
400 men, and that is correct. You have your 10 points. Yes. What was the name of the passerby that was compelled to carry Jesus' cross? Joseph, James, Cyrene, Simon. What was the name of the passerby that was compelled to carry Jesus' cross? Joseph, James, Cyrene, Simon.
Joseph.
Joseph, and let us see if you are. Unfortunately, it's incorrect. His name was Simon of Cyrene, which history believes that he was an African that helped Jesus to carry his cross when he was on the way to Calvary and he was tired. So I believe that you do well with the next question we're about to ask, knowing that it's simple. Mark accounted for how many appearances of Jesus after his resurrection? Mark accounted for how many appearances of Jesus after his resurrection? How many times did Mark account for Jesus' resurrection? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
3.
3. Mark accounted for 3. Congratulations, you got it correctly, Wisdom. You're doing great, okay? So next question is, according to the book of John, who was the first disciple to enter the tomb of Jesus? According to John, who was the first disciple to enter the tomb of Jesus? Was it Peter? Was it John? Was it Mary Magdalene? Or was it Thomas?
Mary Magdalene.
Mary Magdalene, and I think you should have looked at the question correctly, because Mary Magdalene was not an official disciple of Jesus. Peter was the first disciple to enter into the tomb, according to John. John had outran Peter, went to the tomb. He did not enter, he just looked inside and came out. Peter now came behind and went straight into. So calm down and read the question correctly, okay? I believe that if you do so, you would get it right. Your ninth question is The ninth question is, the three misconceptions about Jesus' identity includes Elijah, old prophet, and Jesus was misconceived to be three different persons. Jesus was misconceived to be three different persons. That is the three misconceptions of Jesus. Jesus' identity was Elijah, old prophet, and is it A, Elisha, B, Messiah, C, John the Baptist, D, Herod?
John the Baptist.
John the Baptist. Okay, I choose to take John the Baptist, but why do you think it was John the Baptist? Why not Messiah?
Because he was actually the Messiah.
Oh, he was actually, so it was not a misconception. That's smart of you. And then John the Baptist is correct. Congratulations, your 10 point has been bagged. So the eighth question now. Joseph died at what age? 100 years, 110 years, 120 years, or 130 years? How many years did Joseph die at?
130 years.
130 years. And wisdom, you are unfortunately 110 years. You can reference it at Genesis 50, verse 27. Joseph died at 110 years. So, how old was Joseph when he entered the service of the king? How old was Joseph when he began to serve Pharaoh? 30 years, 40 years, 45 years, or 50 years? How old was Joseph?
45.
45 years, and that is incorrect. Joseph was 30 years when he entered into the service of the king. 13 years or 17 years. 13 years after his people sold him. Next question is, what did the serpent say to the woman? What did the serpent say to the woman? Did he say die? Which statement was captured? Which of these captured what the serpent said to the woman? Die, not die, surely die, not surely die.
D, not surely die.
D, not surely die, and you are very, very, very correct. Congratulations, wisdom. So, I think this should have, if you are not, please, is this the last question? Because I'm seeing question 9 here. Yes, this should be the last question. So, wisdom, you did great, and I hope you know that there's still another round tomorrow for you to hit it strong and come out tops, okay? You did very, very well today, and I'm very proud of you, inventor wisdom. So, Preserver Nat, if you are there, you can come up now with what we have next. Are you there, Nat? Preserver Nat?
Yes, I am here. Okay. Currently, we don't have any more participants.
I don't think I can hear you, sir.
My mic is unmuted. Can you hear me?
Maybe it's just me.
Okay. I said currently we've exhausted all the participants, so we took 5 participants today. The rest of the participants have been having issues connecting. I don't know if the link is they've been having issues from their network connecting, so currently they can't connect to the competition. So seeing that, it means we've exhausted all the participants for today's section. So we've exhausted all the participants for today's section. Okay, so what it then means is that we're going to be continuing tomorrow. Sir, can you take over now? Something just came up on my screen.
a glitch with his network. So before I will call up the judges, I'll call on arbitrarily. Let me just I'll call on one of the judges to give an account of what the first two participants, what they like their scores, and then another judge will give how the last three participants fared. But before I will call up the judges, I see some answers that have been coming in for the questions for the audience, and that is beautiful. Keep the answers coming in, and we trust that many of you will win. Many of you will win lots of good prizes. So another question I will give for the audience. I promise to give another question, right? Another question I'll give for the audience is first two answers. Okay, let me do it this way. First answer from YouTube and first answer from WhatsApp will get a prize. So the question is, how did Jesus heal the blind man in John 9? Specifically John 9, how did Jesus heal the blind man? A, he touched his eyes. B, he with mud and spittle. C, prayed outside the city. D, spoke healing words. So how did Jesus heal the blind man in John 9? First answer from YouTube comment section gets a prize. Then first answer from WhatsApp gets another prize. So judges, I believe that the judges are here. Judge Chooks will give us how the first two participants fared. Then Judge Anthony will give us how the next two participants fared. Then Judge Divine will tell us how the last participant, which I believe is Inventor Wisdom, how he fared. So Judge Chooks, if you can hear me, I'll be putting you up on the platform now to hear your response.
Okay.
Are you there, Judge Chooks?
Yes, I'm here. Okay. I must first of all commend the contestants. That's been a wonderful one since they started. Okay, the first contestant, which is Zuhei Onyedikachi Kelvin, had a total of 20 marks. That's
20 marks.
Yes, he had 2 questions answered correctly. Yes, that was the second question, and his fourth question. The third question was cancelled, and then he was given another question. He got that. And then the second contestant, Amuta Samuel, had 15 marks. He got his first. Yes, he had 50 marks. His first 3 questions, got them correctly, and then his last 2 questions also he got them correctly. That sums up to 50. So he had 50 marks. Thank you.
All right, that is very beautiful, and thank you so much, Judge Chooks, for giving us the electoral petition. Sorry, on the quiz competition. Don't mind me. So I'll call on Judge Anthony to give us his own verdict on the electoral petition that was handled. Yes, sorry, why am I?
Oh my God.
Don't mind me. Is Judge Anthony here? Okay. I don't think he's here now, is he? So let me just put up Judge Divine to give us the verdict of the preservers farewell. Judge Divine, are you here with us? Judge Divine, are you here with us, please? We can hear you, like you are up on stage, yes. Your mic is, I think you're muted.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. However, I cannot see you clear and bright.
Yeah, we are in abroad.
Which kind of abroad is this?
No, this is abroad. This is not Nigeria. Maybe.
Oh, God have mercy. It's a nice one.
This is nice.
You can continue, sir.
An participant, what an inventor I believe is going to be. The inventor that is so studious of the word. And he got, though I had network glitching for his first question, I didn't actually get it. So I don't know if he got it rightly. His first question. My network was wobbling. Did he get his first question? And in wisdom.
I think Judge Chooks will answer that. I am
Okay, Judge Chooks, please help me. My network was wobbling when Ani Wisdom came in. Did he get his first question actually?
Oh, okay, the same thing happened in my end here when Ani Wisdom's first question was asked. However, when I came in, I think Preserver David was trying to respond to the question. So he made mention of a Bible reference, which might indicate that he didn't get it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so I haven't gotten that. And the wisdoms, I think, is scored the highest from all our participants today, and from what I've seen, I think he's going for the prize actually. And I'm not saying this to discourage anybody. I'm just I'm not saying it to discourage that. The fourth question too, he got the fifth question, he failed the sixth question, got the seventh question, and he failed the eighth question, he failed the ninth question, he got the 10th question. So in total, I had about 50 points. Like he failed 5 questions and got 5 questions. So, and Wisdom has taken the lead for today. Got 50 points.
I think I will come in here. I don't think he's taking the lead. He has somebody that is still with him. As of what I have here, that's 50 points too. The second participant. Okay. So there are 2 persons who have 50 marks now.
Okay. Yes.
So so that we will get the complete, we will not strike out the matter without proper due and diligent justice to the participants. Judge Anthony, I will be putting you up now to give us the verdict of participant 3 and participant 4. So if you can hear me, Judge Anthony, you are coming up stage right about now.
Okay, so, I can. Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Or I believe you can hear me, sir.
I can hear you, but I cannot see
you. Okay. Can you see me now?
No, I cannot, sir. Yes, I can see you, and I can see a bright light shining above your head. I hope you are not Saul or Paul. Oh my.
Okay.
Welcome,
it was really an interesting one. I was perplexed and shocked that most of the teenagers really need to read their Bible and all of that. But it's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one. From what I had there, I was able to follow all through apart from Preserver 4, which is on her favor. I couldn't, that's the third person. Sorry, the third person, yeah, Preserver 3 on her favor. I couldn't follow her because of my network and data. So I think from what you asked me, from Preserver 4, which is Precious Ayobami, she had a total of 30 points. She was able to answer question 1 and question 5 and 9 correctly, and the rest she couldn't get them. Yeah, so she had a total of 30 points. This is Precious Ayobami. Then for On Her Favor, I couldn't follow her because of network issues, so I'm so sorry about that. And for the rest, I totally agree with other judges. Onye Kachi Kevin, I think he had a total of 20 points.
All right,
Hello, sir.
Judge Chooks, I think I will have to. I can hear you very well. Judge Chooks, I'll have to pull you up to again to come and be in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. The truth is established. So please establish this truth for us. For participant 3, I don't know if you got for participant 3. Your mic is muted.
Okay, sorry about that. That's for participant 3. That's On Her Favor Ogechi. She had a total of 40 points. Yes, scoring question 3
points.
Yes. Scoring question 3, question 4, question 5, and question 8. That's a total of 40 points.
Okay.
All right, so let me put up all the judges and repeat what I have here so that I will not be in error and the Supreme Court will not look for me. So from what I have here, I have 5 participants. The first participant scored, if I'm correct, please, if I'm wrong, please feel free to interrupt me. First participant scored 20 points, 20 marks for this first stage. And the second scored 50 marks. The third preserver scored 40 marks. The fourth preserver scored 30 marks. The fifth preserver scored 50 marks. I hope I'm in line.
Yes, sir. Yes.
That's the
All right, so thank you very much for this, and we really appreciate your efforts in judging this fairly and squarely. Thank you so very much, and I believe that God will really reward you for this, and God bless you, sirs. All right, for the remaining participants who are still diligently following us, I will just give a brief announcement about tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have this stage 2 of this quiz. The same time, I believe it will be somewhere around 4, just as today. And then please pardon me, let me take off. Yes. Excuse me. All right, so tomorrow by 4, probably we'll have our first, our next stage, which will be guess the character. I think I have done a video that talks about how it's going to run tomorrow. Everybody is going to participate and have a fair chance to compete for the prize. So we'll give you 3 words to guess who we are talking about. You have 1 option to guess the person, and there'll be a reference and the answer given to you after that. And yeah, talk to your friends and family to come, to come and support you and watch you as you play, and then give you their maximum best. Remind them also that there will be prizes to be won. As you saw now, we gave free gifts, which will be sending to those who gave the correct answers. So remind them that there will be free gift. They will not just come and watch alone. They will also have the opportunity to win little freebies. So with that said, I would want to thank each and every one of us. Thank my very own friend and brother, Preserver Nat. It's been a blessing to me. There is what Bible says that I really love. Bible says that when Jesus ascended into heaven, he gave gifts unto men. I started listening that he gave apostle to this, prophet to this one, evangelist. Me, he gave me Nat, and I'm very grateful for him. Thank you so much, Preserver Nat. You have a huge plot of land in this heart of mine. So thank you. And to our judges, taking our time to follow from beginning to end, thank you. We don't take it for granted at all. And we really appreciate your presence here. Preservers, you guys are the best. Without you, we will not be here. So thank you so much for coming out this evening. And we believe that tomorrow will be better, tomorrow will be greater, tomorrow will be more organized, and tomorrow will be more interesting. So go back, skim through, look at people in the Bible, look at them, and then give yourself hints on types of questions you'll be asked as regards each person. And I believe that we'll all do well. Okay, so with this said, I remain my humble self, Mba David, one of the organizers of this meeting. So take care of yourself, and until the next time, remember, you're a preserver.